So I posted some pictures of me when I was out there with my girls. I posted some pictures of me on Instagram, and then he says my Instagram post and he goes like, "Where did you get that bag from?" And I'm looking at him like, "Wow, you are literally just noticing this handbag. Like you have not noticed it this whole time. You did not notice it when I was stepping out and I asked you how I look." Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for being here again today for another video on Just One Girl's Opinion with Pashibelle. For those of you who are new on Just One Girl's Opinion, I love sharing my experiences and thoughts on Christian topics from marriage to relationship or anything that involves our journey as believers. In this video, I will be elaborating on why women want what they want on a few points that I raised on our previous video. And as much as the topic of what women want in a relationship was a suggested topic, I find it important to actually talk about it, because it's one thing for us to talk about godly relationships, what godly men want in a woman, or what godly women are looking for in a man. And so it's one thing for us to talk about those things, but then when we're in the relationship, it's another thing to actually make it work. And I think that to make the relationship work, it is important for us to know each other as partners. And so knowing each other entails knowing what the other person wants, and which is why I really find this topic vital. Throughout the video, I may be looking down at my notes because I want to make sure that I do not miss anything that I prepared for this video. Your time is highly valuable on this channel, and so I'll go ahead and hop right in. Please keep watching. This particular point is oftentimes confused with reassurance. Assurance, in my opinion, in this context, is simply wanting to ensure that your time and your investment in a relationship is being valued, which is normal. And to that, I actually have a question. If you actually make up your mind to invest yourself 100% in your relationship, isn't it just normal to want to be assured that you're not in it to waste your time? Some things that contribute to women wanting assurance in a relationship could be other people's experiences that they've seen, or it could also be the things that we were told while growing up. For me personally, when I was growing up, some of the phrases that were so famous and that I always heard among, like adult females were statements like, "Men always cheat," or "Don't put your heart 100%, because he is definitely going to cheat and you'll be too hurt. So guard your heart, so if he cheats, you're not going to be that hurt." Now, here's the thing. It is possible that men cheat more than women, but it is not proven that men always cheat. Matter of fact, I actually know some people who have been in long-term relationship or are currently married and have never cheated. To elaborate a little bit on that, a research by the Texas A&M University actually showed that it is males' stronger sexual impulses that could be blamed for them cheating more than women. In one of the studies, 70 male participants and 149 female participants were asked how they had reacted to a real-life sexual temptation in their past. The men reported experiencing relatively stronger sexual impulses and acting on them more than the women did. But when it came to self control, there was no discernible difference between the men and the women. Now, that explains that cheating often occurs when men fail to utilize their self control and give in to sexual impulses instead. And since their sexual impulses are quite strong, it explains why men possibly cheat more than women. Now, the next point is one of my favorite. Why women want men to listen. It is that simple because we have a lot to say, guys. We have a lot to say. And I mean, who would have so much to say and not want someone to listen? And I'm not talking about when a woman is just at some beginning stage of dating with you. I'm talking about when a woman has been in a relationship long enough that she feels free to let that nature of her get exposed. And I'm a good example because I am naturally a quiet, calm person. And so at the beginning stage of my relationship with my husband, I wasn't talking that much. But now, honestly, guys, I get shocked at myself. I get shocked at how much I can talk. I find that that particular nature of me really gets exposed when I'm around him, because I notice that if I'm around other people, I'm still the quiet person I am, you know? But when I'm around my husband, oh, forget it. I can talk. Like, I can talk so much. And his key phrases, I talk too much. Sometimes he will literally say it in my face. You talk too much. I really want to hear from you ladies, mostly if you're like me, who is the quiet type. Like, do you also find yourself talking more around your partner compared to when you're out there, or when you're talking to other people? Like, how's it on your end? I'm really thinking that this particular nature of us as um people who can talk a lot, I really feel like it really happens when we're around our love partner, and really when we've got to know this person and we're like comfortable around them. And guys, it is in your best interest to listen to us, because trust me, because we're very emotional and expressive, we tend to leave a lot of clues about how we're feeling or some things that we want through the things we say. And as much as we might say more than you can listen to, sorry guys, it's just our nature. Even science has proven that we are hardwired to be more talkative than you from the womb. The next point, why we want a sense of connection. It kind of goes back to assurance in some ways. I mean, I don't think anyone can keep investing into something that they do not feel connected to. And so, having that sense of connection makes us feel at ease in the relationship. It reinforces trust. Imagine a relationship where I go to work Monday to Friday, you do the same Monday to Friday. We never find time to do things together. Will you feel connected to that person? Will you still want to keep investing in that relationship? Will you ask yourself questions about your partner? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because I would really like to know. First thing we need to know is that women use communication to express feelings or achieve emotional intimacy, while men generally use communication to solve a problem or to transmit information. Consequently, women tend to use nonverbal communication more than men do. A body language research showed that women are better than men at interpreting nonverbal signals. We're also good at interpreting unintentional nonverbal messages, such as signals of deception. So, ladies, considering the fact that men are not winners in this domain, I really think sometimes we can just try to be more verbally expressive in order to help them out. Because I know that the phrase, they just don't get it, is women's daily mantra, most times when referring to men. I'm tempted to say, guys, sometimes just ask questions too, like just ask. But I'm just gonna leave it at women, let's just help the guys out sometimes. And I'm talking to myself too. Because I definitely do not want to put the guys in trouble. Because guess what? You could go asking the question to your girl in a time where she really just expected you to see something that she wanted you to see. I mean, there's nothing as annoying for girls as me stepping out of the house telling you, hey babe, I'm going to do groceries. And while I'm doing groceries, when I'm done, I stop by a nail salon, I get a manicure done, and then I get home and I'm telling you, hey babe, check me out. And I'm like, how do I look? And all you tell me is, you look good, but I wanted you to notice the nails, but you don't notice it. Guys, I promise you that usually makes us wonder about you guys. And that's why a lot of times you would hear women saying they just don't get it, or it's like they don't even see it. You know, it really makes us wonder, like, how can you not see the manicure? There's something new. And I've really heard a lot of examples as this. A good personal example of myself was me having to step out for, some time with my girls. And so I had just bought this new handbag. Like, it is so fashionable and I love it. And so I get all ready and I come out and I'm asking my man, hey babe, how do I look? And I really wanted him to just notice like this hot handbag and be like, ooh, that handbag is so perfect with your outfit. And all he said was, you look beautiful. And I thought, okay, I know I'm beautiful, but I expected him to say something about the bag. And so he didn't say anything. And I just kept, like roaming around the place, hoping that he will notice that bag before I step out. Girl, he didn't notice that bag. I stepped out, came back. He still did not notice that handbag. And guess what? So I posted some pictures of me when I was out there with my girls. I posted some pictures of me on Instagram, and then he says my Instagram post and he goes like, where did you get that bag from? And I'm looking at him like, wow, you are literally just noticing this handbag. Like, you have not noticed it this whole time. You did not notice it when I was stepping out and I asked you how I look. And yeah, so that's actually an example of me. And guys, really, we really just wonder sometimes, like, how don't you pick these things? Like, how don't you see these things? Oftentimes we just love it when you notice a difference in us. Like, if we get all dressed, we're getting dressed because, yeah, for ourselves, but also to represent you, and so usually it's like, how are you not even noticing this? Like, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, guys, that was my last point for the elaborations. I'm going to round up this video with a quick conclusion. The sun is already running away from me. It's getting dark in here. So guys, all in all, it is really important to get to know your partner as an individual, but also from a gender perspective. From a gender perspective, study, understand how she is built, her psychology, how she is viewed in society, the societal challenges that she faces, from an individual perspective, study and try to understand her as a whole person who has her own preferences, her likes, her dislikes, ambitions, strengths, weaknesses, habits, experiences, background, origin, past, and also consider asking her questions or expressing your doubts freely. It is preferable to ask questions than to do or say something that may offend the other person. And doing these things will enable you to better connect with her, listen better, and the assurance will naturally set in. And we've arrived to the end of this video. Thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end, and I'm really hoping to see you in the next video. Guys, do not hesitate to give this video a thumbs up if you think it was helpful. Do not hesitate to share it as well, and until next time, please take care of yourselves. Bye bye. I could be eternal.